Hi everyone, I'm Hamish Rennie. I'm an Associate Professor of Planning and Environmental Management here at Lincoln University. And today I want to tell you about this painting, which is one of my favourite paintings on campus. It's called Still Life by Joanna Braithwaite. I have to say that when I first arrived at Lincoln and saw this painting, I was immediately struck by how challenging it was and what a shock it was to see it at Lincoln University, because it really challenges a lot of the sort of assumptions that you have of a university that's land-based, that's focused on sort of the primary production and supporting the rural sector. You have this head of a sheep, severed, sitting in this university which is promoting agriculture, does a lot of work with sheep, does a lot of experiments with sheep and pasturing sheep and so on, all those sort of things. And this really puts it right in your face that why are we doing this? What's the ultimate destiny of those beautiful little lambs that go running around? So it starts you thinking critically about a whole lot of different things when you look at it. The sense that you've got this rather noble looking head looking out at you, and it's just being cut off in the middle of its life. The little spots of red showing the blood really bring it home to you that this was once live and so on. And then I started to think about, well, if this is making me think about a whole lot of things, what a great thing it would be to use it for my students. And I thought about the students who've probably already been inspired by it. And then I thought, well, I need to build this into my courses and really try and get more people to look at it and to think about it. At postgraduate level, this is part of the sort of cutting edge of planning and a lot of applied geography these days. This area of more than human. So we often used to think of planning from a human perspective. How does planning look like, or what should it look like if we looked at it from an ecocentric perspective, or even looked at it from the point of view of domesticated animals like sheep or cattle? We might put in the plan rules that required shelter belts to be there, that required shade, that required water to be present readily. Instead, if you drive around some of the Canterbury Plains, you see almost the opposite of that. The trees being taken down for irrigation purposes, and there's just not the shade there for sheep who are sitting out there in the middle of paddocks. And so I've built that into the course, and I use this picture to kick that off, get people thinking about those sort of things, get people thinking about the society that sheep have, the way that they have particular roles in the sheep society if you actually study them. And then once you start to think about sheep as sentient, how does that alter the way that you plan things, the way that you think about freezing works, the way you think about species and speciesism. This picture probably wasn't responsible for all of that, but it certainly has made me think critically about a whole lot of things around animals and humans and their relationship, and that is part of what I now work on in looking at environmental planning and environmental management. It's going to be on a book one day when I eventually get around to publishing one. This has got to be the book cover. It'll probably put most people off buying it, but I like it.